Hello everyone! Did you know that before online games and smartphones, children in the Philippines had their own version of real life adventure games? No need to download anything. Just bring your friends, energy, and maybe some strong legs. So today, we will talk about Larong Pinoy, the traditional Filipino games that is made childhood more fun and exciting. These games are full of jumping, running, laughing, and sometimes failing. But it's okay because that's the fun part. From the pico, the test your balance, to luksong tinik, to test your courage, to pabitin, that test how high you can jump for prizes. So these games are full of action and joy. So sit tight and enjoy as we explore these amazing Filipino games.
Larong Pinoy. These are Filipino traditional games played since 1980s and 1990s. But sadly, due to modern technology, most young people today are unable to play. Some of them and most of it had been long forgotten. The word laro in Filipino refers to any type of recreational activity. Larong Pinoy's materials are typically indigenous and only available locally. So we already know na this Larong Pinoy is traditional Filipino games ng mga batang 1980s and 1990s. Simple lang ang mga materials na ginagamit noon, kung ano lang yung makikita sa paligid, but sadly nakakalimutan na dahil sa gadgets at modern technology. So one of the benefits of Larong Pinoy is improved interpersonal and social skills. These traditional Filipino games are more than just simple pastimes. They play a big role in a child's development. Kahit simple lang ang materials at mechanics, these games encourage a real interaction na hindi kayang ibigay ng gadgets. Habang naglalaro, children learn how to communicate effectively, express their ideas, and listen to others. So, for example, in Bahay-Bahayan, kids take off different roles like nanay, tatay, or anak, which help them understand responsibilities, emotions, and social behavior. In games naman like patintero, teamwork, strategy, and coordination are very important. Kaya natututo silang magplano, magtiwala sa teammates, at mag-adjust sa galaw ng iba. So, bukod pa doon, Larong Pinoy also teaches values such as respect, patience, honesty, and discipline. Kailangan nilang sumunod sa rules, maghintay ng turn, at tanggapin kung matalo man sila. So, this experience help build strong interpersonal relationship and improve their confidence when interacting with others. Unlike sa digital games, Larong Pinoy promotes physical activity and face-to-face bonding, which strengthen friendship and sense of community.
Good day, everyone. I am Shada Dianal, and today I'll discuss about develop cognitive skills and promote sportsmanship. So now, let's start. So first, let us discuss the developed cognitive skills. Ang point ng slide na ito is hindi lang physical activity ang naibibigay ng traditional Filipino games, kundi pati mental development. Habang naglalaro, napipilitan ng mga bata na mag-isip ng mabilis, mag-decide agad, at mag-adjust sa situation, like pag nag-i-strategize sa agawang sulok or pinaplano ang next move sa Jack and Poy. Dahil dito, nahahasa yung memory.
Good day everyone. I will explain some traditional Filipino games that are fun and also they have developed important skills. The first one, we have Agawan Base. Ito ay isang team games kung saan ang mga players ay tatakbo para makuha ang mga base ng kalaban habang pinoprotektahan ang sa kanilang sarili nilang base. The players can tag or touch their opponents para ma-eliminate sila. Dahil dito, natututo sila ng mga players ng teamwork, speed, and strategy. So now, the second one is agawang sulok. Sa larong ito, may 4 na players sa mga sulok at may isang player sa gitna. Ang goal dito, nasa sulok ay magpalit ng pwesto na hindi nanguuli ang players sa gitna. Kailangan dito na pagiging alerto at mabilis kumilos at mabilis magdesisyon. Last one, we have arrow leading. Sa larong ito, pinipili ang players kung saan pupunta ang araw o lilim. Kapag tinawag ang isang word, kailangan nila pupunta agad sa tamang lugar. Kapag mali or nauli maaari matanggal o sila na ang susunod na tatawag. Ang mga larong ito ay hindi lang pangpalipas oras, kundi nakakatulong din sa ating pisikal.
Bahay-Bahayan is a traditional Filipino game where children imitate every household activities. It is a role-playing game that reflects Filipino cultures and typically life of Filipino traditional. So, role-playing siya na ginagawa ng kabataan, then nagpretend sila na may sariling bahay, then ginagawa nila yung daily chores, like yung pagluluto at pag-alaga. Parang real-life family siya. Bahay Kubo as a Filipino tradition game is a role-playing or pretend play similar to Bahay-Bahayan in this game. Children imitate life a traditional nipa hut in the province. Similar siya sa Bahay-Bahayan pero nakafocus siya sa provincial life. Mga bata is naglalaro sila sa bahay kubo na gawa sa nipa, then mga simpleng pamumuhay. Bati Cobra is a Filipino game played outdoors using 2 pieces of wood, 1 long stick, the bati, and 1 short stick, the cobra. So, dito sa Bati Cobra is outdoor game siya na like baseball. So, may dalawang stick na ginagamit is yung long is tinatawag na bati. Then, yung short is tinatawag na cobra. So, pinapalo ito yung maliit na stick para palayuin sa linya.
Let us now proceed to the Bulong Pari. Literally Whisper to the Priest is a traditional Filipino whisper game popular in Visayan region, where it is known as Honghonganoy. The game tests the listening skills, memory, and teamwork. So, aside sa tinitest na yung listening skills natin, is tinitest din ito yung teamwork. Because, alam naman natin na yung Bulong Pari is similar lang siya sa message relay, where the player is one of the player is ipapasa niya yung message sa first man ng team, then the first man is i-relay na niya yung message sa team niya hanggang matapos yung matapos silang lahat. Kumbaga hanggang sa dulo na nung player or last player na yung makaka-receive nung message. So sinushow din nito yung how important the communication in the team. So, the second one is the Jack and Poy. It is the Filipino version of the game Rock, Paper, and Scissor, used to settle disputes or determine order. Often accompanied by the chant, Jack and Poy, hali-hali hoy, sinong matalo siya'y unggoy. Derived from the Japanese Jack and Poy, is also commonly referred to as bato-bato pick in the Philippines. So, usually, yung hand gesture natin dyan is it's either scissor or gunting, bato, and papel. So, this game is testing the players' fairness and quick decision making. So, the last part is Luksong Baka, is a traditional Filipino physical game that develops agility, balance, coordination, and leg strength. In this game, one player bends forward to act like a baka or as a baka or cow, while the other players take turns jumping over the player without touching or knocking them down. So the game becomes more challenging as the height or difficulty of the jump increases. So, habang patagal ng patagal yung game na to, is pahirap siya ng pahirap. Kasi from nakaupo yung si Baka um, hanggang sa nakatayo na siya ng full height niya. Na depende if hindi siya ma-knockdown or ma-touch ng kahit konting hibla lang, kahit konting ano lang ng players na magja-jump. So, kapag na-touch mo si Baka, is considered na yun ng out. And usually, uulit sila from the very beginning or di kaya hanggang hindi mauubos yung players na kaya pa rin talunin si Baka. It is promote physical fitness, timing, and cooperation among the players. It helps the players' agility and body strength.
Good morning, ma'am. This will be the topic given to me, which is the patintero, tumbang preso, and luksong lubid. Patintero is a traditional Filipino team game played on a rectangular grid. Draw on the ground. It focuses on speed, strategy, teamwork, and agility. So now, patintero is a team game played on a rectangular grid drawn on the ground. One team acts as a guard, standing on the lines to block others. The other team tries to run across the grid and return without being tagged. The skills will develop is speed, strategy, teamwork, and quick thinking. So, let's proceed to the tumbang preso. Tumbang preso is also a traditional Filipino outdoor game where players try to knock down a can using a sleeper, while the players protect it and tries to tag the other players. So, tumbang preso is also an outdoor game where players try to knock down a can using a sleeper. One player is the guard protecting the can and tagging players. Players must avoid um, being tagged while retrieving their sleepers. The skills will develop is accuracy, agility, and alertness. Lastly is the luksong lubid. Luksong lubid is also a traditional Filipino jumping game where players jump over a rope that is swung or raised higher each round, testing timing, balance, and agility. So, a luksong lubid a jumping game using a rope. Players jump over the rope as it swung or raised higher each round. The game becomes harder as the rope gets higher. The skills will develop is timing, balance, flexibility, and agility. That's
So, the Pico is the Filipino version of hopscotch. It is one of the most fun and exciting traditional games in the Philippines. In this game, player draw a pattern of boxes on the ground and turns a tossing a small object called pamato into one of the boxes. Then they must carefully hop into the box on one foot, avoiding the lines and skipping the box where the pamato landed. It may sound easily, but it takes balance, focus, and skills to make it without making a mistakes or falling. So the main goal of Pico is to successfully finish all the levels or bahay. Each levels becomes more and more challenging as the player moves forward, making the game more thrilling and competitive. Friends cheer, laugh, and they challenge each other as they play, creating an atmosphere full of energy and excitement. Pika is not just a game, it is also a great way to improve balance, coordination, and concentration while having lots of fun. These classic Filipino games bring people together and keeps the spirits of Filipino culture alive. So the next one is the luksong tinik, which literally means jump over thorns. It is a thrilling and action-packed traditional Filipino games. In these exciting group games, two players become the base by sitting on the ground and stacking their hands and feet together to create a torn obstacle. The other player then takes turns jumping over the obstacle without touching any parts of the hands and feet. As the game continues, the thorn gets higher and higher, making each round more difficult and exciting. The players need to speed, strength, and perfect timing to jump successfully without losing a balance or touching the obstacle. The higher it gets, the louder the cheers, and laughter become as everyone tries their best to win. And also, Luxung Tinik is just not only fun and competitive, but it has also helped improve the agility, coordination, and courage the classic Filipino games bring friends together to create an unforgettable moment and teamwork. So next is the pabitin. Pabitin is one of the most exciting and joyful traditional Filipino party games, often seen during fiestas, birthdays, and celebration. In this fun-filled game, a bamboo frame or structure is decorated with colorful prizes like candies, toys, snacks, and other goodies hanging from the strings. The players gather underneath, eagerly waiting for their chance to grab as many prizes as they can. What makes Pabitin even more thrilling is that the frame is lifted up and down by someone controlling it, making it harder for players to reach the prizes. Everyone jumps, stretch, and laugh as they try their best to catch more the moving treats before as they are taken away. It has become a lively and energetic, cheerful, challenging for excitements and fun. Pabitin is not just a game, it brings people together, spreads happiness, and creates unforgettable memories too.
Pukpok Palayok. Ang Pukpok Palayok ay isang traditional Filipino game na kadalasang nilalaro tuwing fiesta, birthday at school events. May naka-pairing na player na hahampas sa isang palayok, tinatawag ding clay pot, gamit ang stick. Sa loob ng palayok, may laman na candies o prizes. Ang goal nito is ma-break ang palayok para makuha ang laman. Ang skills, coordination, listening skills at fun interaction. Ang essence ay sumisimbolo ito ng saya at simpleng kasiyahan sa komunidad. Pangalawa, langit-lupa. Ang langit-lupa ay parang habulan or tag game. May taya na hahabulin sa ibang players, pero may twist. Hindi ka pwedeng mahuli kung nasa mataas kang lugar, like sa upuan, bato o hagdan. Langit, yan ay yung pinaka-safe zone. Sa lupa, pwede kang mahuli. So, ang skills nito is dapat meron kang agility, speed, at strategy. Essence, nakakatuwa dahil kailangan mong mag-isip kung saan ka tatakbo para hindi mahuli. Ikatlo, Tama Bola. Ang Tama Bola ay Filipino version ng dodgeball. May dalawang teams at ang goal ay tamaan ng bola ang kalaban para ma-eliminate siya. Ang goal nito ay matira ang team mo hanggang dulo. Ang skills, reflex, teamwork at meron kang accuracy. Essence is nakakatulong sa physical fitness at teamwork. So, ang tatlong ito ay bahagi ng laro ng lahi na nagpapakita ng kultura ng Pilipinas. Simple lang ang mechanism pero puno ng saya, bonding at exercise. Madalas itong nilalaro sa labas kasama ang barkada o pamilya.
And now, to end our presentation, Larong Pinoy is more than just a game. It is a part of Filipino culture and happy childhood memories. This game teaches us to be active, brave, and friendly while having fun. Even though technology is everywhere now, we should still remember these traditional games because they bring people together in real life, not just on screen. So let's keep the spirits of Larong Pinoy alive because honestly, running outside is sometimes better than losing in online games. Thank you and have a great day. Mabuhay!